Hey guys, just wanted to check in real quick. Wanted to do a quick video chat, well, video message, because I was thinking about a bunch of things and, just wanted to get my feelings out there, and kind of put some things out there real quick, about some stuff that's been going on. I was on vacation recently, I just took some time away from YouTube and all the drama and everything. And I never really try to get myself involved in drama, but somehow drama always finds itself to me. So, I've had some mixed feelings about putting something out there about a certain person. And, I kept thinking to myself, oh, it's me, it's my interaction with them, it's miscommunication, it's a bunch of different things. And at the end of the day, it's not. It's them telling lies. And, I'm like, well, do I put it out there? Do I not put it out there? I've tried many times to call this person, to text this person, to speak to them privately about the situation at hand. And they have chosen to either block me, not answer my calls, not answer my texts, and so forth. And so I've kind of given up, trying to talk to them. And the person that I'm speaking about is Tiffany H. Tiffany H, when she first came onto the scene, and that was just a few short months ago, I liked her energy, I liked her message, I liked her demeanor in terms of she's a real person. She wasn't faking it, and some people might have said she was a little rough around the edges at first and whatnot, but you know what? She was very true to herself, and she wasn't afraid to show it. And so very early on, right when she started her channel, I became a member, or subscriber, I should say. And, after, I don't know, a while of listening to her, and she would always, her big platform at first was about, being a resource for people. And even if you didn't live in her area, Detroit, Michigan area, she had resources available in other states where she could get you in touch with somebody or get you help. And so I had reached out to her for a couple different things, but basically it was like, in my area, I try to do outreach work, but we're very stifled when it comes to resources available to people. And also I was looking for a little bit of help myself. And, that's not my nature to really ask for help, but because she seemed so genuine and because I had a rapport with her already, I felt comfortable going to her to say, hey, I'm in a situation where I could use some help and maybe you can direct me in the right direction. Well, she went above and beyond to tell me, of course, yes. I'm going to go speak to the people I work with or I volunteer with and see what I can help, do for you, yada, yada, yada. And without getting into specific details, a little time went by, a couple weeks, and we spoke again and again, and she said to me, girl, and she had asked for my address, and she literally, I told her, you are the only person I am giving my physical address to on YouTube. I trust you, I believe you, and she says, oh no, of course, I would never do anything, and she goes, you want my address too? I'll give you my address. You can have my address. And I was like, no, I trust you enough, So she texted me her address either way, and okay. So I had given her my address, and, she had told me that the resources that I was looking for, she had put some things in the mail for me to help me out, which I was beyond eternally grateful for. I said, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And she knew that it was 2 of my boys' birthdays recently, And, and she says, she kept asking me, what do they like? What do they like? And I said, no, nothing, don't worry, She's like, no, can I send them an Amazon gift card? Can I send them something? And I said, no, please, no. You have enough on your plate. No, please, no. She went out of her way to say to me in that conversation, or when she was able to gather some resources and send them off to me, that she had her sons, I guess, make my boys a birthday present. And I was beyond, just flabbergasted and appreciative, and it was just a very thoughtful thing that she said that her kids went above and beyond to do for my kids. And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, thank you so much. And she's like, well, and I put another couple little things in there because I know the other two boys that you have, because we have 4 boys all together. She said, I know the other 2 boys, it wasn't their birthday, but I didn't want them to feel left out. And I was like, wow. I was like, that's really, really thoughtful of you. That is nothing you had to do. I don't even know what it is, but even if your kids made my kids a picture, that goes beyond words of being thankful. And she's like, oh yeah, it should be to you within a week, okay? And, time went on, and I didn't really question it. And then about 2 weeks went by, and no package, nothing had arrived. And I talked to her one time. She says, girl, did you get that package? And I said, no, honey, I didn't. She says, oh my gosh, really? I'm going to have to get that tracking number for you. I said, okay, all right. I said, well, mail is a little slower now, so maybe it took a little longer or whatever, I don't know how you sent it, if you sent it US mail or UPS. She's like, I'm going to get the tracking number. I'm going to get it for you. Okay. And some other things had, been said, in the previous days past that. And I tried calling her a couple times, tried texting her, just to say hi, just to see what's going on, everything. Nothing. And now you're talking, I don't know, a good month and a half. No. Yeah, a month and a half. Almost 2 months has gone by. And there's no package. So either her package conveniently got lost, or she's full of fucking shit. And even if she had never been able to acquire any resources for me, that's okay too. But she didn't have to go above and beyond to not only say she was sending resources, but also there were things for the kids. And I thought to myself, wow, that is just above and beyond heartfelt and just, from really appreciated. But now I'm thinking to myself as I'm listening to everybody else's situations, and it's like, 1 time, 2 times, miscommunication, things of that nature. But now it's like, okay, are you doing this to get friends? Are you doing this to get subs? Are you doing this to just fuck with people? I mean, you have been a person in need in your time. Would you do that to somebody? Would you get somebody's hopes up that they had some resources that were going to alleviate some of their pain financially, and then all of a sudden that rug gets pulled out from underneath them? I mean, I would just rather it be, no, but I will continue to look for you and whatever, because the friendship would still be there. You didn't need to do something or pretend like something was going to be there. I mean, eventually at some point, whether we had a falling out or not, you were going to have to answer to the fact that the shit's not showing up. But the fact that you went above and beyond to say how your kids had done something for my kids, that's a level of friendship or camaraderie and sisterhood, or things where a woman to woman can relate to somebody and really appreciate the humanity in whatever the kids, like I said, even if they had drawn a picture, it's so appreciated because it's the thought that goes into it. But there was no thought there. There was no thought. It was like a fucking catfish game. Like, I'm going to pretend to be somebody so you'll be my friend, and then I'm going to eventually not be that person. I'm sorry, but I don't need people like that in my life. But more importantly, why would you do that? Why in the world would you do that to somebody? And there's so much more I'm going to have to say about her and her stories, but that's going to be for another time. So I just needed to kind of speak my piece on this because I didn't know what else to do other than she's not answering the phone and she's not answering text messages, and I'm not trying to put my business out there, and I'm not trying to lambaste her, but excuse me, you don't put yourself out there as a social worker or a volunteer social worker or whatever the case might be. You're doing social work. You're doing social work in some capacity. You're helping people in their lives. And that is a false story. Those are false words. And it's just appalling that you would take people in some of their worst stages in life, in despair, desperation, asking for help when maybe they've never had to ask for help before. And you're playing on that. You're playing with their emotions, and you're pretending that you're going to help, and you're giving them false hope. And you're not following through. And then you want to try to call them out on lying against you or putting shit against you. No. I mean, maybe, but how are you going to have any kind of relevance or any kind of rapport when you keep doing this? When people are calling you out on these things. And this is something that was just so personal, not on YouTube, that was just between me and you. You know, you can say what you want about Sharon, that you thought she was going to use the YouTube clout, you thought she was going to do this, you thought she was going to do that. Okay, well, what's your excuse with me? Because it was a personal one-on-one thing that was said between nobody online, that was said between nobody that we know except for myself and yourself. So what's your excuse now? The package got lost? Okay, you go check that tracking number for that package. You let me know what's going on. Or else you owe me and my kids a fucking apology. For being a scammer and a con artist and a fucking liar. And that's it.